Hi, I'm Kevin Jenkins, director and co-star of the 2002 satire film Underground Journals. It's great to be here, and like my good friend Angela says, ah yes, a little walk down memory lane. Join me as I celebrate the 15-year anniversary of what is now considered a worldwide classic. Now, for this year's anniversary feature, I'd like to address a recent controversy that made its way onto the trending topics of every social media site recently. The subject of the controversy was actor Willie D. III. He played one of our most beloved characters that stole the single scene he was in. Now, all of this stems from a recent Twitter post by another Underground Journals actor who played the character Suede. You might know of him now as superstar rapper Mr. Reese. You know, giraffe, fuck with me, you feel my wrath. Yeah. So he said, and I quote, Underground Journals anniversary? You know what you should talk about? That punk ass Mr. D always tried to play me like he was some kind of officer. Fuck the police. Now, there was yet another post from a different Underground Journals actor, Wayne Chan, who played the security guard.
Willie D is a jerk.
Now, as you'd expect, all of this was a great shock to me. My experience working with Willie was nothing but pure joy. That scene is probably one of my highlights as a career as a director, actually, you know. He's a great guy to work with. Well, there was the one time when he slapped me on the right cheek and he told me to shut the fuck up, but it's method acting, you know, it's the purest form of the art. Let's go ahead and take a look at Willie's scene in Underground Journals.
Let's see what's cracking up in here. You want some big sandwich or something, Mom? See, I should be an asshole and drink this, but since it's his, I'm not going to. Oh, I'm gonna kill this now. Damn, they didn't even tell me they ordered any of this stuff.
What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
I was just gonna...
That's my last piece of goddamn pizza.
Oh.
Put it back. Put the motherfucker back.
I'm sorry.
Now hold on. Wrap it up first and then put it back.
Oh. But it was...
Wrap the goddamn shit up and then put it back.
Okay.
My last piece of goddamn pizza. I thought I plan on watching Michael Jackson while I eat that goddamn shit.
I'm sorry about that. Oh, okay.
Broke ass. You never buy nothing, no way. Don't clean up shit. Come on, want to eat up every goddamn thing.
I'm sorry. It's aluminum.
I put some paper on it. I don't give a shit. Come on, man.
Okay.
Eat up my goddamn last piece of goddamn pizza.
I'm sorry about that.
Get the hell on out of here.
All right.
Who in the fuck are you?
Nobody.
Video Raheem, get the hell on out of here too. I told you about having people in my goddamn house this time of night too.
Such emotion. But why all the drama surrounding him? Well, I have a surprise for you. Recently, another member of the Underground Journals cast secretly stepped forward to share his first-hand experiences with Mr. D, and I was glad to do the interview. Please note, he remains anonymous for his own protection.
Yeah, you know, I was on the movie. I did the film. I was in the film, and the director, he casted me. You know, the dude that we talking about. I don't want to say his name, but you know who I'm talking about. He wasn't even supposed to be in the movie. Wasn't even supposed to be him. Okay, We were supposed to we was gonna get Wesley Snipes and Ving Rhames and some shit like that. That's what we was gonna get. But it ended up happening. We were watching TV. The show Lockdown came on. It was in San Quentin, and this is when we saw him. All right, and he was walking around, and he had the clipboard and stuff, and he came in. He looking kind of rugged. He had the jumpsuit. It was all ashy, and he had his hair and shit wasn't combed and shit or cut or whatever we don't want to say. But he was on there, and he was looking like he was handling business. He was out there. He had a rough look to him, and Kevin he wanted to get him. He's like, yeah, we're gonna. That's the guy. That's the guy we're gonna get. That's the kind of intimidation that we need for this role here.
Officer Deed is the investigator who will talk with the inmates and determine who started the fight.
We have certain behavioral patterns the inmate must abide by according to the Title 15, which is governed by the director. And when they violate this, right, they're written a violation report, 115. And then once it's written, the inmate is logged, the inmate is served, and it's heard by hearing lieutenant. I'm serving inmate Edwards of 115 and inmate Samuels 115. They had a fist fight on the yard Friday the 30th of March. They've both been charged with battery on the inmate because one inmate received serious injuries. Oh, it's a serious 115. It's an A1 offense. It's a real serious 115. Inmate can lose up to a year of credit earned. Where's Jamie at?
Okay, so then, he pulls up on the set, and I'm looking at him, and I'm thinking to myself, I was like, wait a minute, I know this motherfucker, I know this dude. I knew a lot of shit about that dude. I was like, okay, I know that motherfucker. I knew him from somewhere. So, that kind of, started jogging the memory, and I'm already thinking, man, this whole experience is good. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be crazy. It ain't gonna be cool. Let's just put it that way. I hear there's a bunch of people getting around and everything, and I hear this dude in the distance. I can hear it, but you hear it clear as day. You hear the motherfucker. My name is Willie, but you motherfuckers gonna know me as AKW. You keep fucking with me. I heard that, and that's when I knew. I said, Dad, oh my God, that's the dude. I knew that was the dude. I tried to get to Kevin and tell him we got to get rid of this motherfucker. He got to go. He can't be here because it's gonna end up bad. It's gonna end up bad, and I knew that. Make sure you guys take my voice out. Make sure you guys change my voice, okay? I'm just making sure, because I'm hearing sounds and shit, it ain't cool. But anyway, yeah, he said the AKW shit, and then for those ass-kicking Willie, he'll make sure that everybody knew, because he kept saying it all the goddamn time. He didn't whoop nobody that I knew of, but it did, constantly throughout the whole time we were shooting this film, AKW kept coming out. Some of the stories I heard about this dude, he had kids. He had these 2 kids, and I remember they would always ask, about, they were just infatuated with Christmas Day or whatever like that and shit. Whatever day, the kids want to go do something, whatever, Valentine's Day, whatever kind of day. He said, no, hell no. It's training day. And he had the kids out there running around in fatigues and shit and boots and helmets and shit. I don't know what. The dude's nuts, man. The dude's fucking crazy. Yeah, these kids out there, these kids knew how to spit shine boots. I'm talking they look like the galaxy, you look up in the sky and shit, and the stars are shining up. That's how the boots look. They look into your soul, they pierce back. They were so black and shiny. And they wouldn't get no scuff marks on these kids were impeccable. And I can't eat. What do you need?
Can I eat, the
We're in the
cereal?
middle. What?
The cereal?
Why do you want cereal?
Because I'm hungry.
What, girl? It's 9 o'clock. Make yourself a corn dog and go to bed. Yeah, and then he would start getting into these rants and shit, and then you hear this sound. It's I can't describe. Well, actually, I can't describe. It's because you hear this music playing, some Crush Groove and some shit would start coming on the claps and shit, and then he would start forming Voltron and shit, 3 parts of himself or whatever would just start coming together, and I look down, and then I turn back around and look back up, and next thing I know, this motherfucker, he got a fishnet and a do-rag on, the motherfucker would just, it just pop up, and he's like, what the fuck you say, motherfucker, and then it just get all loud and shit, and I was like, oh, what the fuck's going on and shit, and it just take the fuck off, yeah, heard stories, okay, of him being in the Kumite. And he specifically stated, he said, the only damage I took was the rip to my gi. His gi, that's all. And just to speak of the complications on set, how difficult it would be to work with the man. We had one line, okay, and the line was, I was supposed to be watching Prince while I eat that goddamn piece of pizza, all right? And that wasn't good enough. No, you can't talk about, he'd always switch it to Michael Jackson. It had to be Michael Jackson. And so we, Kevin was cool about it, told me, hey, Willie, that's a good job. No, fuck that. The line's Michael Jackson. Nah, hell no. The line's Michael goddamn Jackson. If Michael Jackson will get the fuck off the set, I'm gonna slap the shit out you. And we did that scene literally, like, it had to take like 10 takes before Kevin, finally, after getting hit upside the head about 4 or 5 times, he just said, Michael Jackson, it's Michael Jackson. All right, so you already have the fact that we're dealing with Willie, and now he brings his brother in, Leroy, as his stand-in. Why the fuck you need a stand-in? The scene's only about a minute or so long. We didn't need a stand-in, but that's what he wanted. And at this point, the director, Kevin, is just giving him whatever he needs to keep him in the film. So he has his brother show up as his stand-in. And it was harder to get him to work than it was actually to get Willie to work. So there are times where we're running around looking for him, can't find him. He's always in his trailer. One day, we go into the trailer. And he's sitting there, and he refuses to leave. He's sitting there, taking bottles of Hennessy to the face. He has cake. Where the fuck he got the cake? I don't know. He got a cake, and there's Domino's. And it's just him. And he's sitting there. I'll never forget. He's just sitting there looking at us, and he has this voice, and he's sitting there, and he said, I ain't leaving this motherfucking table. You hear me? I ain't leaving the table until the boneyard is dry. Just want to make sure you guys are going to alter the voice. That's very, the disguise is good, but we need to make sure the voice is altered, okay? Alter the fucking voice. Please. Okay, there was even rumors of him walking the earth like Kane from Kung Fu. Getting into adventures, and there was this one I heard of where he had a friend he had an uncle that had a Chinese restaurant in Rome, and why he ended up working there, he did. I don't know why, but he was there, and I guess there was a couple of people that were trying to take over the restaurant. Something weird was going on with the uncle. I don't know what was going on. Long story short, he ended up kicking Walker, Texas Rangers' ass. He beat the shit out of him in Rome. And Chuck Norris ain't never been the same since. I still remember the last words he said to me after his time on the set was over. He comes up to me, looks me dead in my face, and he says, "You know what? From here on out, you refer to me as Officer Deed, and the Deed stands for discipline." Then he did an about face and he walked away. What the fuck does that even mean? All I know is I've been looking over my shoulder for the past 15 years, waiting for this motherfucker to show up. I'm done with this. We gotta go.